Hey everyone, hope you're having a good Easter weekend with your friends and your family. And yeah, we're just going to do a card read for the full moon yesterday, which I didn't get on to do, even though I should have. But I gotta tell you, these energies definitely are kicking my butt. Um, I range from sloth like behavior to apathy to let's get something done and let's help the people. So it's been a range of things, and I'm sure it's going to be a range of things for all of us. So my best advice for you at this point is just honor that and don't try to fight it. Go with it literally is a moment of go with the flow. If you can take those moments of time and to get peace and comfort and just yeah, allow everything to come in because these energies are going to be continuing through the next few days, weeks. We honestly don't have uh, a projection on when it will end. I don't think there will be an end. To be perfectly honest, is that we're heading into this new paradigm, which is sort of the title of this video. Is we are in the process of anchoring in a new way of being. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's pie in the sky and there's no utopia and we can't do it. Um, and that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight, is because I have noticed over the last 2 weeks, um, you know, I dip my toe in the pool of many different perspectives. And so it's not just one perspective, not right wing, left wing, conspiracy, not conspiracy. I I do a fair bit of good research and I do a fair bit of good just observing. Um, what I have noticed this week in particular is that there's a lot of distraction energy out there again. So lots of predictions of horrible things coming. Um, Movies that came out again suggesting really terrible stuff. Um, it, I don't even know how to say this politely, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but some of it's so outlandish that it's comical, but I could see how it would ensnare some people to go into fear. And so that leads me to what I want to talk about tonight is that it is of the utmost importance that we are not slipping into that fear. We're not watching this stuff. We're not continuing to perpetuate it by sending it out to other people. Honestly, the one video, some of you may have seen it, some of you may not. It keeps getting sent to me, and I haven't watched it. And I didn't even know what it was about. And then I started to learn what it was about, and quite frankly, first thing I did was actually laugh. Like that's kind of hilarious. Um, and you know what? Bottom line, it might be true. Who the heck knows anymore? But I think that what's super important is that there is energy trying to distract us, and the distraction that they're trying to keep us from is enlightening and is getting to this place of light and love and peace. And you know, they don't want to see that happen. So yeah, the best thing I can tell you guys is you've got to use your discernment and you've got to look at it from what it is or step back as an observer. And it's the fear thing 100%. We have to stop going into fear. I know there's a prediction for tomorrow, 18th, 19th, 20th. I'm not going to talk about the prediction itself. I also suggest, go Google that stuff. Um, But the bottom line is it's entrapping people into fear. And to be honest, it could, if it does happen, it happens. But we have to be ready for those things to happen. So if we're already in fear and it happens, then we're just like, oh, guess what? It happened like we all predicted. And now we're just in this pull down. So, but if you can maintain this line and observe from behind and not go into fear, I'm not saying live your life pie in the sky and it's all unicorns and rainbows up here, because it certainly isn't. um, it's this interesting balance we all need to take right now. I'm struggling with it. There's days where it pulls me in, and I'm like, dang, I got pulled in again. But the bottom line is, we need to start elevating what where our frequency is and what we're paying attention to. Um, the bottom line too is that all of this is going to unfold exactly how it should. So it's a real test of the human soul, psyche, to just go with the flow. It's super hard to do because you're going to want to go into the panic. Everybody else is going to be in the panic. But at some point, eventually, we're going to get to this point where people start pulling back and going, just a second, none of this makes any sense. Like, this can't even be real. Is this real? That's what's happening now. And it's hard to say, but it's waking people up. So just have faith that it's doing what it needs to do. We're doing what we need to do. And what we need to do is just literally, like I said, sit back, observe, keep yourself in the highest vibration, and see it for what it is. If it does pull you into that fear, maybe do a little research on it and you'll discover that it's kind of a little contrived and weird. um, anyway, all again, easier said than done. But I have faith and I have hope. And that's the thing about this weekend, too, is that all these things are energetically happening um, on the Easter weekend. Again, nothing that we're going through recently is contrived in any way. It's all happening purposefully to bring us to a certain point. So if you can just keep the faith in that. There's just one thing I wanted to read here. Only because I know as we speak about a lot of times, and tonight in the meditation, I'm going to read the white light meditation that I wrote. But I'm also going to read at the end the Great Invocation. It does mention the words God, Christ, all of these things. So um, it's just about the fact that when I say these words, I just want to make sure that you completely understand whether you're coming at it from a religious background or not. I'm not coming at this from a religious background. This is purely everything I've learned in the last 20 plus years of diving into this. That, there is a Christ energy. Um, there is a need for it to return to earth, to enlighten us, to hold our hand and bring us across this threshold that was always going to happen to earth. So I just want to read this thing. This comes from a channeling from another YouTube channel called Above and Beyond Duality. So, remember, you are not on earth to please God, as the church and other religions may tell you. You are on earth to express God and to make ever closer and closer contact with universal consciousness until you become free of that magnetic, emotional, ego driven bondage that is keeping us stuck in lack and limitation. Essentially, just saying things that I've always said to you guys, that, you're in the universe is in you, but just also we're a part of this process. We're not this uh, being that has to go through. In religion, it's like, you have to feel bad for everything you do. You have to be punished for everything you do. I've never believed that the universe has a God that is unforgiving. It's God working through you and having a human experience. Anyway, that's my belief. I'm not saying that you need to believe that, but I'm definitely just saying I'm going to say the word God a couple times in this video. I'm going to talk about Jesus and the return of the Christ consciousness and the Christ light. It is not coming from a religious point of view. It is coming from an energetic point of view, bringing back in the masters. Jesus was just a master teacher. He came to earth as a human in that incarnation, from the universe, from God, to help us learn who we were, what we're capable of. Obviously, there was some deep, deep corruption that ended us up where we are at this point in time. But the message is still the same. We are more capable than we have been led to believe. Anyway, so I know that was a big mouthful on this Easter Sunday. I just really feel like what I've been told in the last couple days from my guides and stuff is that we are now finally heading into this process. So it's a good time for us to finally clear all of that extra baggage, wounding, things that are keeping us small and meek. Although the fun part is that I was playing around with a prayer book that was my grandma's the other day, and I opened it. It's a psalm book, I think, so it has different psalms in it. But anyway, and it was about the whole process of the meek shall inherit the earth. So um, it's just we are small and we are, but we are mighty, right? And we're about to inherit this earth because we stayed good and we stayed clean and we stayed in alignment with the universe. Even though you might not feel like you've done that, um, I can assure you that's what this moment is all about. We're starting to head into uh, this brighter light. Like, so if we're going to talk about then the sun today, the sun's been like going off the charts if you follow that, which I do. Um, in the middle of the night, we had like an X-class solar flare. I woke up about 5 a.m., which is around the time it was happening, and I was wide awake. Didn't want to be wide awake at 5 a.m., but that's what happened. And this energy is just keep pulsing, and there's two sunspots right now that are directly facing Earth. And honestly, they've thrown out a couple M class flares, which is that medium level. So we're still going to feel those energies. Um, but the expectation is that the potential for an X class flare directed straight at Earth is coming. What that means is not like panic and go into craziness. Um, it does mean though that like we may lose some of those things that we become reliant on. So we might lose the internet for a couple days. It might go dark for a couple days. Just not, I don't think it's going to be a dark where like we don't see the sun kind of thing. I think it's a dark where it's just like that everything we've been relying on that kind of also dictates our life and what we're doing might just go down. So if that does happen, just honestly, again, do the things, stay in your house, read a book, meditate, drink lots of water, eat some good food, and don't panic over it. Because when everything does resume, it's going to be fine. Anyway, these are the things I'm picking up on that are coming in, but I, so don't want to uh, I don't want to scare anybody. It's not meant to scare us. It's just, there's a big change coming. That's all I can say. And we just have to be prepared for that in the best way. The best way is to not go into fear. I know that's really hard because we're taught to fear everything, um, especially when it's like questions the norm of society. But just all I can say is have faith because the bottom line with that is that you were meant to be here. This was always meant to happen. Everything is playing out as it should, and you just have to trust in that, whatever comes. And that's and you'll be in a better place if we can just be at peace with it. as it happens and step back and watch, but not, yeah, again, it's just not going into that deep fear because that will finish us. I just think it's really critical right now that if we're going to get through this process, we have to be vigilant about staying out of fear and just, yeah, raising our vibration. What that means is just like not deep, getting into the fear and despair and those lower energies, but just being in that place of peace and just, I think the easiest ground level one is for us to observe and not react. Um, you also don't want to be like deeply meditating to the point that you miss everything going on, right? So that would be way up here. Fear is down here. It's the middle ground. That's all I can say. Okay. So, oh, that's funny. No, it's not in Virgo. Um, the first card is full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. So, yeah, a little bit of self care is needed. Just reminding us that we are part of this process. We are meant to do this, and just being at peace. Have faith in your dreams. Again, I honestly just think this is the faith part. It's a big stretch for us to believe in that unicorn utopia of what's coming. It is coming though. So we've got lots of new coming up. I have a dog coming in, so he might do whatever dogs do. Um, hmm. Ooh, interesting. Nothing will come of the situation. I think that's this darker energy that's trying to stir the pot, stir things up, say that this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and there's going to be this tragedy, or there is this tragedy. Nothing comes of it. It is not the defining moment of this society. So just breathe, believe in yourself, and we'll get through this together. All right. I'm going to do the hidden realms now, so we'll see what the hidden pieces of this are and what we need to be looking for. Okay. The first one is the Lady of the Mirror, which is reflection and non-judgment. So, and it's a 44 card, which is our angel number. So, yeah, and she's just sitting by the river in peace and contemplating everything. I think that's that middle ground. It's about contemplation. So it's about just taking the time to be at peace and see what's going on. Really see what's going on. The next one is the Diamond Dreamer, which is material wealth and true prosperity. Okay, this one's super interesting because this is, if you look, it's hard to see with the light. Sorry. He's holding like almost like a crystal ball. Cosmos are there. There's lots of amethyst, lots of crystals. Oh, and there's Anubis, part of the Egyptian folklore. Yeah, he very much looks like a mystic. So I think that's, we're coming into this true knowledge part and true understanding that we are able to do more than we ever thought. Material wealth, that's kind of interesting because I think part of this next week or two is going to be shift in our material world on this planet. So, yeah, so that like there might very well be like big changes in the financial sector of our world. That's all I'm going to say. Again, nothing to fear. Just let it play out because there's better things to come. That's all I can say about that. Yeah. And the last one, the Dream Walker. Dreams, collective good, illusions. So we are breaking down these illusions, but we need to keep that middle ground of dreaming, envisioning, and being positive because we are birthing in a new system. We can't go from like instantly up here. So it's like we've been bobbing back and forth between here and there. So right now, I just honestly suggest you sit in that middle ground, observe what's going on, understand that you are safe and you are secure and you were taken care of, and then just allow what happens to happen, because it's just going to go through its process and we'll be fine on the other side of it. I know it's sort of cryptic, this message. I got to be really careful what I say, because like sometimes I'm not trying to upset people or scare them, like, but things are about to change in bigger ways than we've ever seen. And it's just keeping in your heart and knowing that it's fine, it's gonna be okay. um yeah, it's gonna look weird, ugly, whatever at the same time, but um it's gonna be fine. Okay. I welcome clear vision and inspired action. So this is just reminding us, pull inward, uh, definitely meditate, see what, start using your intuition for this stuff, whether you draw cards or whatever you need to do. But it's just time for us to start um, getting our and respecting and honoring the visions that are coming in for us, and then taking action to make those happen, whatever that may be for you. That's a pretty, I know, broad focus, but um, yeah, it's just asking us to sit and dream and vision and see what's going on. I meet resistance with kindness. This next, it's no different than anything that's happened in the last 2 years. Every event, every uh, narrative. I'm just going to use that word, narrative. Fine. Um, we have been, you know, it that polarity has been there. There's this side and there's this side. Um, as certain truths start to come out, there's going to be a lot of resistance, and people are going to call us crazy, and they're going to say many things about us. But it's just like we have to sit in that knowing that everything is going to be fine, and we just wish everybody love and light, and 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 we just know for ourselves what works for us, which is the next card, which is a focus on what is working. So it's again just knowing in your heart what's coming at you, what's true, what's not true. I always say, again, we've been over this before, discernment, it's not a head game. It's got to come in through the third eye and the heart chakra, and you need to sit with it and ask what is true. Um, it's your truth. It's not anybody else's. And if they don't follow along, it's not your job to convince them to do that either, or to follow you or anything like that. This is an inside job. This is, I hate to say it, it sounds terrible, but it's every man for himself. You're responsible for you and nobody else. Um, Everybody else will do their thing and they will get to the same place eventually. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen 10 years from now. But have no fear that they will find it, right? We don't have to convince them. We don't have to, we just have to believe what we believe for ourselves at this point. That's all I could say about that. Again, so cryptic. Anyway, um, we'll do these 3 cards, and then I'm going to save the portal cards for the end. Um, okay, yeah, we got that. I think we got that last week. These are the same, I think. Okay, the first one is release your blocks. Honestly, what's this is us working on us. What is blocking us from believing in this future? Tree pose. It takes a lot of strength and endurance to do this pose. It takes a lot of practice to do this pose. Most of us can get it for a second, but we can't hold it. So I think that's what's going on right now is that um, we're completely capable of doing this. We just need to release everything preventing us from doing this. It does take time and it does take practice. And we're just coming to the point where it's like, got to get going and start learning these techniques. Um, yeah. The next one is forgive. I just like this one. It's a full moon in Pisces, but it's just the prettiest little fishes. I know they're hard to see. They're kind of blue like the light, so you can't really see them. They're like those, I can't remember the name of those fish. Anyway, the ones you can keep in little glasses on your desks and stuff. Anyway, forgive. I don't know if you need to forgive yourself or you need to forgive someone else. I think we all could forgive the world for being so blind to what's going on. But yeah, bottom line is it's just time. It's just time for us to forgive. We don't have to forget, and we just have to move on and start working on ourselves. And yeah, the last one, make time for self love, self care, self love. Yeah, we don't help anybody in this universe until we help ourselves first. So, yeah, again, we need to stop trying to help and change anybody else. We're not here to change anybody else. The best thing you can do if you want to help other people is be the lighthouse. So, you go, I go, we go do our work. We shine our brightness out. We shine our beliefs out. We shine our truth out. The people that need to find you will then find you. They will see the light. They will need your assistance. They will come to you, right? It is a build it and they will come scenario. It always has been. So, yeah, it's a big ask to just release, to just be at peace, or to just not interfere, but to be at your highest vibration possible. Self love is the biggest way to do that. I know, it's hard. I don't always love myself. I hate myself sometimes. We all do it, but we were definitely meant for this moment. We didn't come here for no reason. So I'm losing my voice. Anyway, we're going to do the meditation. This is the white light meditation. Um, Again, I just want to stress basically the light coming in from the sun, these solar flares. You can go out and look at the sun when it's present, if it's not cloudy and those things. And the light has changed from maybe when you were a kid. We always describe the sun as the lemon yellow, right? Or that yellow sun, like if you're going to color it. Now when you go out, it's white. There's white. It's just very bright white light. And this is just going to keep coming. It's meant to help us heal. It's meant to help us change. And yeah, again, there's nothing to fear from it except that you have to let it integrate with you. It is going to raise your vibration. Um, and it's there for the taking as long as we allow it to be within us. So, this meditation tonight is a little bit about that. Just envisioning ways to embody that light and to amplify it and take it out to the world. So, yeah, we're going to do this white light meditation. So, find your comfortable spot and make sure you are, just in a space where you probably won't be interrupted and you're able to be quiet. And close your eyes once you're nice and comfortable. And as always, we're going to start with our breath. So we're breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth, counting to 4 for each inhalation and exhalation. And we're going to do that 3 times. So breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. We breathe and we relax and we release. Imagine you are standing on a mountain range that is made of clear quartz crystal. This crystal range extends for miles in either direction. Breathe and rest. Beneath your feet, you feel the solidness of the quartz. You also feel a faint vibration underneath the feet and then starts to raise up through the body. Gazing at the crystals below, you see faint white light beginning to flicker throughout this crystal. The small flickers can be seen all across the mountain range. Breathe and rest. The glint of light now increases. The intensity brightens. It is bright, pulsing, electrical white light. This light begins to expand up. You feel a buzzing sensation in your feet and in your legs. The light envelops the root chakra area from the feet to the hips. Its intense energy washes away all fears. It offers the healing gift of support and security. Breathe and relax. The brilliance now of the white light increases even more, traveling up your body, into the hips, and encompassing all of your lower body. This white light is warm and reassuring. Here, at sacral chakra, the light washes away feelings of boredom and offering us gifts of pleasure and play and creativity. Breathe and create. As the light intensifies even larger, it expands to encompass our belly. The light, though intense, it has a soothing vibration. And here at solar plexus chakra, the light washes away any self-talk that is bad. It washes away low self-esteem, negative self-talk, and any self-sabotage. It offers us a gift of confidence and the ability to make positive choices. Breathe and rest. The light now continues upward, illuminating the center of our chest, heart chakra. It washes away loneliness and hopelessness and offers a gift of inner peace, harmony, and love in its place. Rest here a moment and feel the warmth and brilliance of the white light as it intensifies and brightens with every single heartbeat. The light now moves upward, enveloping our throat. It is now a buzzing, brilliant, blinding white light. And here at throat chakra, it washes away disconnection and any bottled up emotion. In its place, it gives us the gift of personal power and expression of our truth. Breathe and believe. The light now moves up to encompass our full body and head. At our brow chakra between our eyes, it washes away negative thought patterns. The gift it presents in its place is knowledge and connection to other realms. Breathe and connect. The white light now fully encompasses us and extends out into our aura. We can feel it oscillating and pulsing all around us. It continues to increase in size. At the crown chakra, just above the top of our head, the light washes away any depression, alienation, overthinking, or living within our head. All the what ifs are washed away. It offers us the gift of higher purpose and divine connection to source energy. Pause here and allow this light to expand and grow so that we are enveloped in a bubble of pure white healing light. Breathe and allow your body to absorb this energy. Anchor this energy in right down to root chakra. This is our new way of being. This brighter light, this light of love, this light of Christ, this light of compassion. We allow this to now become our everyday way of being. Beings of light, beings of love, beings of compassion. Now from above us, we connect to Source. Source beams down a column of even purer white light from the top of our head, through the core of the body, down to the feet. The intensity is powerful and concentrated, and it illuminates our heart center. This light extends from the heart all the way down both arms into the palms of the hand. We are still standing upon this crystal bed beneath our feet. This energy pours through us, around us, and down through our grounded root, and then refracts white light, which turns all beams into rainbow rays of light all around us. And just sit for a moment in this beautiful energy of all the colors and all the light. Bring your hands now together at heart center. Feel the energy between both hands. Hold your heart with both hands. Feel that energy continuing to expand and grow. Then turning your palms outward. Beam that energy out to Gaia, out to Mother Earth, to all her inhabitants, to all sentient beings. And know that we create now a framework for unity, for transformation, and for peace. Continue to breathe. I'm going to read the Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend upon this earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Continue to breathe. Just going to tone this out with some bowls. Taking another big deep breath in. Try to breathe that right down to your toes. And as you exhale, from your toes back up. Then returning our focus back to our heart center. And bringing yourself back into the space. Allow yourself to remain in that heart space and know that you are comforted and cared for there. And just rest and relax. Continue to breathe, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. It's funny, it's not exactly what I planned for tonight. And I was very cryptic. I'm sorry. I have a feeling, though, if you're watching this, you kind of know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, and you really do want to know more, feel free to get a hold of me. We'll just chat. All right. We're going to do some of the portal cards because this is a very important portal today with the Christ light energy. The first one is the Thoth light codes, which is light initiation, a great teacher awakening, and divine magic. So it's just, yeah, the light is coming in. If you're seeking and you're not sure what's going on, it just means, yeah, it looks like a teacher is coming our way. And just know that we have the ability to do this divine magic. We've always had it. It is proverbially, that's not a word. It is that, again, Jesus was a great teacher. the different ascended masters are here to help us. So whether you actually get a physical teacher, um, it's it's coming, and it's the Wizard of Oz thing, right? It's like you've had the power all along. We've just it's been suppressed, and we weren't allowed to um, just understand how great and powerful we were. I'm so glad this came in. Oh, you can't see it. It's hard to see. But it is the I am presence. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. Just what we just did. And the I am presence is always related to Jesus and God. And the last card is Shambhala Initiations. Not just a cool dance festival one for us. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. Um, that could be a deep subject, so we're just going to briefly wrap it up here. Retreating to recharge. When all of this craziness starts getting to you, again, go and do your self-care, do your own discernment, meditate, drink lots of water, allow these lights to come in and change and help you, assist you. Trust that there is a process going on. And Dharma it's the essential thing is what I already talked about at the beginning of this video. And this was always meant to happen. This was always going to happen. We could have never predicted how it was going to play out, and to us, it seems absolutely nuts the way it's playing out. And it's hard to just be totally trusting in that, because on paper it looks like we're about to not make it through this, but we are going to. Anyway, so that is my advice to you for tonight. Yeah, it's just time. This light is coming in. It's ours to access. It's time to go with the flow and allow it to start embodying you, changing you, activating your light body. The easiest way we do these things is to meditate and to go with the flow and to not fight it and to, just be present and just observe and not be on one side or the other. Um, it's the non-duality thing. Like that's the only way we get out of this is to yeah, is to just not play the game. Um, the game is actually it's rigged, so it's much easier just to just it's like I said, I've said this a couple weekends ago. It's just like watch a movie, sit back and watch it all happen. You don't have to participate until you're ready to, and when you're ready to, you'll know, and things will come up to help you understand that that's what you want to do. And so just take the time and take care of yourself, and everything will be fine. I can guarantee it. It's going to be different, and it's going to be nothing we ever expected, but it is going to be fun. So, on that note, please take care of yourselves. Please get some good sleep, and yeah, just rest, retreat, and allow this light to process through. It's not something you have to control or manipulate or do anything about. It's already happening to us as it was meant to happen. And honestly, I guess the best word is surrender, right? Surrender to it and just allow it to impermeate us and change us to where we're meant to be, which is it's coming soon. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves.